don't know about your family, but Thanksgiving is not Thanksgiving until you have sweet potato pie. And I know some of y'all have had some of that pumpkin pie, but that's your business. But in my family, it was all about the sweet potato pie. And my grandmother made the best sweet potato pie. May she rest in her soul, she's no longer with us, but I'm gonna do my very best to replicate my grandmother's sweet potato pie, so stay tuned. The recipe I'll be using calls for 2 pies, so every ingredient is double. So if you just wanna make 1 sweet potato pie, just half in the ingredients. The ingredients are 4 eggs, 4 tablespoons of butter, 3/4 cup of evaporated milk at room temperature, 1.5 cups of sugar, 1 tablespoon of vanilla, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/8 of nutmeg, and for optional, which I'll tell you the reason why, 1/4 of flour, whipped cream. So the first thing you want to do is preheat your oven to 350. Boil sweet potatoes for about an hour. Use a fork to touch to make sure that it is actually soft. The best way to peel your sweet potato is to boil them first, then drain them, put cold water over it, and they'll come right off. After the potatoes have cooled off, you'll see how easy it is just to peel off. Look at that. Get into it. I remember my grandmother, she would do it like straight from the pot, still steaming, like, wow, her fingers are tough. I wait. I'm using 3 potatoes. We're gonna be making 2 pies. It might be 2.5, and I can show you what you can do with the excess. Also, sweet potato has a double skin, so you wanna make sure you get the original pink skin off as well as the yellow skin. Next, you wanna cut off the ends and any black marks that might be in the potatoes. Like so, like that. I don't know why, but my grandmother used to do it all the time, I think, so it won't change the color of the potatoes. She said it's very important, so we won't skip that step. All right. Now we're gonna cut them up in chunks so we can put them in the blender. The reason why you wanna use a blender is sweet potato has this kind of stringy thing to it here, and the blender gets the string out of it, and I'll show you how. So place your potatoes in the blender. I love eating sweet potato pie like baked, just with the skin on, a little butter on there. It's very healthy for you, by the way. If you guys used to bake pumpkin pie, leave a comment in the description below. Let me know how you make your pumpkin pie compared to the sweet potato pie, or if you like the sweet potato pie more than you like the pumpkin pie. I'm gonna start off with low speed, try to get it together. First thing you want to do is add your eggs. I have about 4 eggs. Try to put 1 at a time. If 2 slips, that's okay. That's your business. I'm gonna add your butter. Make sure your butter and your evaporated milk is at room temperature. Add your milk. Add your sugar. Now I put 1.5 cups of sugar, but if you like it sweeter, that's your business. You can add 2 cups. At the end of blending it, you also want to taste it to make sure that it's to your favor. Cinnamon and nutmeg. Get into it. Vanilla extract. Not too much of the seasoning because it will overpower the pie. And I put flour to thicken the pie and let it stand better. Now this is the time where you want to get the strings out of it. So what I do is just take it out. And I have some water over here, and I just dip my blender in the water. It gets all the strings off. And I try to do it at least 2 or 3 times to make sure I get all the strings off of it. You want to stop for a little bit, make sure you scrape the sides so you can get all the ingredients in there. And as you can see, I still see more strings, so I'm going to strain that again. I might even do it one more time just to be safe. Nothing worse with strings in your sweet potato. All right, the blending is all complete, so now we're going to add the mix into the pie shells. I'm going to cook it for about 1 hour and 10 minutes at 350 degrees. You want to make sure that your pie crust is still frozen. Now, some of you bougie or some of you people who would like to do it from totally scratch, you can also make the dough from scratch. I'll put that in the description how to make it from scratch with your dough, but to save you time, it tastes the same. I would just get the frozen pie crust and make sure you get deep dish so you can get as much as the sauce in there as you can. If you have leftover sauce after you've made 2 pies or you just only want to make pie, you can add the excess in a mason jar and freeze it. Or you can make the complete pie and just freeze the whole entire pie so you can have it whenever you want to, not just for Thanksgiving. That's what my grandmother would do. Grandma, this is dedicated for you. I know you're watching from up below, and so let's get into it. You also want to leave about 1/4 from the top because the pie will rise. You don't want it to overflow in your oven. The magic of television, it's been over 1 hour. Let's see. Yes. Can you smell it? Get into it. Look at that, folks. Just the way you want it, nice and golden brown. So there you have it, folks. My grandmother's sweet potato pie. I can't wait to just cut it and bite into it, but I'm gonna have to wait one more day. Let it cool for about at least 40 minutes to an hour. Best results is to wait till the next day. You can refrigerate it or leave it at room temperature. You can also freeze it and have it whenever you want to and just heat it up to 450 degrees. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you want to see more of me baking for the first time, leave a comment down below. And if you like this channel, make sure you subscribe. Should they subscribe?
Absolutely.
Y'all heard it from the man. Bye, girl, bye.